Yo guys, welcome to a new video. Today my review on West Side Story. And let me just start off by saying I have never seen the original Broadway musical and I have never seen the original 1961 movie, so that's a great start to do this movie. But I have to say, going in blind into this movie, I haven't even seen the trailers of this, was a great experience, and it really elevated my experience with this movie. It was magical, it was great. I love musicals, I knew it was a musical, but that's about everything I knew. So yeah, knowing nothing really made this movie work more for me. I tried to watch a trailer, but I thought it was a little bit boring, so I didn't even watch that off. But I was pretty excited to see the movie when it came out, and I went on openings day, so I saw it pretty early on. And that was actually great. I really had fun with this movie and what they were trying to tell, because the story feels relatable. I have seen some things about the original movie now, and I must say I really loved what they did, what they changed, and what they elevated, and what they surpassed and surpassed. So if you want to watch this movie, please do. It's considered a highly great movie with some great songs, with some great visuals. It's a great movie overall, so please go watch this movie. And now let's start with saying what I thought of it. Starting with the story, it is a movie that starts right off. It's a 2.5-hour film, but it never lets you go. The songs are played down to a minimum, so there aren't a lot of songs, and the dancing, it's minimal in the movie. It's clearly the story that's the most important part. And even though this movie plays in the 50s, it first came out in the 60s, and now we are in 2021, almost 2022, it still feels relatable. And the story they are telling with the Jets and with the Sharks and with their hometown that's gonna get destroyed, it is great. And the dynamics between the two groups, it is really great, and I really love that. The songs are phenomenal, and they did a fantastic job portraying something beautiful in this movie and portraying something via the songs that really worked and really elevated the story going on. The characters, the Jets and the Sharks, well, you can see the similarities between things happening in America nowadays, and it's great to see side characters like the store owner, Valentina, or Shrank. They all did a great job. Shrank is clearly, I know in the original he was like the middle point of it, he didn't choose a side. In this movie he leans more to the Jets, that's interesting. And Valentina is a woman in a store, and she helps both parts, and that's really great. Also, fun fact, the actress that played Valentina in this movie won an Oscar for her portrayal in the 1961 West Side Story. So that's awesome, that's great. I really love that they did that. It's a great bridge between the two. And I must say the story was a little bit slow going in the middle of the first act, but it really went up whenever the two parts and the two groups came together and the fight broke out. It's really great. The story goes on from there, and the similarities between Romeo and Juliet are undeniable. They are what makes this movie. They are making this movie great, and that's what making this movie so relatable and so great to watch and to experience. Also, I have seen set pieces from the first West Side Story movie, and there it feels more like a stage musical put to film. And in this movie we really have a feeling of Manhattan, even if there is a war that has come out because everything is broken, because there are demolitions going on there. So it all feels really real, and that's what makes this movie so great. Because the reality is so great, it feels like you are there with them, and that's something that really makes the story more believable and more groundbreaking, because it's something that you can feel that could happen to you right here and right now. The cinematography of it all was great. I really loved that. And the music was damn perfect. I really loved the songs. They were great. They were awesome. Whenever they did a song, because there weren't a lot of them, whenever they did one, it was really great, and it really elevated the story a little bit more, and it was making the entire experience that much better. And I have to say, knowing as much as I did going into this movie, it really helped make the story that much better because I didn't know what to expect. So every single thing was surprising for me and it really worked. And I didn't have time to think about what could happen or what would happen. I had a feeling whenever I saw that this was a Romeo and Juliet story, but it still surprised me to what it was and to where it went. And the acting is really great. Everyone does such a great job in this movie, especially Riff and Maria are the best parts of this movie. And the fact that I say Riff and not Tony, that's saying something because Ansel Elgort plays Tony fine in this movie, but he as an actor just lacks something and some bits of charisma that really were needed for this film. He does a fine job at this, but I don't know if it's the script or the casting, but I would say it wasn't the casting. You don't really get the vibes from Tony that you should have gotten because he just came out of jail. He was one of the founding fathers of the Jets, but you never feel that. He's such a nice guy in this movie that you are conflicted on, is he really that bad in his past or what did happen to make him this lighthearted? They explain it a little bit because yeah, I changed. In jail. I've sat there for a year and I changed, but we never see that. We never actually see what it was like for him before he went to jail and what he did to that boy. So that's a little downside on it. The acting, it was great, but the casting for Tony's character, I think there were better actors out there to pull this role off. In the end, I really, really loved West Side Story. It's a great film, it's a great experience. I'll give this movie 918 out of 1000 or 9.2 out of 10. Have you seen this movie? Let me know. If you like this movie, let me know. If you like this video, please consider to like, and if you like my videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and goodbye.